All right, how's everyone doing? I'm Rich Celenza. Thanks for checking out my channel. So what I want to get into today is to pay attention to where your energy is kind of leading you. And I think a lot of us neglect to pay attention to that. And I always say too, a lot of times, we know the answers to our own questions. You know, when it comes to us inside our head, we kind of know what we want to do, but we'll kind of convince ourselves not to do it one way or another. I don't care if it's fitness related, business related, work related, whatever the case may be, family related, relationship related. We know a lot of times what we should be doing, and either we want to convince ourselves not to do it for some reason or another, or we'll kind of bullshit ourselves because truthfully, I think a lot of times we're just afraid. But when it comes to following your energy, just start small. I discuss this all the time, but I even had a friend that was opening a couple restaurants, and then he decided he may want to be the mayor of his own town and all these things. And this just not even long ago, this discussion. I says, where does your energy lead you? Well, I want to do this. Well, then you knew that already. Why do you? It's almost like he has to convince himself and others of the reasons why he shouldn't or he couldn't, or all these different type of bullshit angles that just get in the way. If you're somebody, for instance, who wants to lose weight, start off slow. You know, that's where your energy is leading you. That's what you feel like you want to do it. I get it's not easy, right? Say you're somebody who's very, not very happy at work, let's say hypothetically. I'm not telling you to go out and quit your job or do any of that. But again, if you're not happy there and your energy is leading you to working maybe somewhere else, start heading that way. I think what happens with a lot of people is you neglect that instinct, right? You don't go where your energy leads you, and before you know it, it leads you somewhere else in a place that you never wanted to be in the first place. If you know anything about me, I teach a Mastering Self-Confidence program, and the reality is it takes just a little confidence to kind of build on some more and some more and more, right? I mean, that's just the reality. You got to have some self-assurance, some belief in yourself. But when it comes to your energy and what you're interested in, don't neglect it. Don't put that shit aside. I'm telling you, a lot of times in our lives, our body, our mind, everything is saying, go this way. And then we're like, just go. Just start heading in the direction that you want to head into. Stop coming up with excuses why you can't, why you shouldn't, who's going to look at you differently, and if I do this or that, who's going to complain, just stop with that shit. Just go. So yeah, the more you start paying attention to yourself, and this is the one thing I always talk about, is self-awareness, because a lot of us truly are not self-aware of how we behave, what we want to go discover, because again, we are in fear of what most likely others will think of us. Get that shit out of the way. I'm telling you right now. Just go again where you feel you belong or where you want to be. And a lot of times we think we want to be in a certain place and we head in that direction. Before you know it, you're like, maybe I'm wrong. This isn't where I wanted to be. Let me try another direction. That's fine. There's nothing wrong. Then you go another direction. Then you're heading this way. Maybe that's not the direction. Maybe it is. You keep kind of maneuvering, because eventually you will discover where you truly want to be and where you want to go, usually through failure. I talk about it all the time, fail forward. But a lot of us don't realize what we think we want. And this goes for, like, say I have some close friends that, I'll just tell you one who owns an Italian restaurant, right? His whole life was to retire, go fishing, right? And this is legit. And I'm not kidding. So he sells his restaurant, he buys the house by the ocean, and he truly starts to go fishing. After a while, he got bored with fishing. Then he started to not feel good. He just got, started to sit at home more. Before you know it, he had to go back and open a restaurant. Why? The reality was what he thought he always wanted was to make a lot of money, sell his restaurant, and just go fish. That's what he thought would be the best place for him and what he always wanted throughout his life. Then he got it and he realized that's not what I thought it would be, or it wasn't what I really expected it to be. And then he came back to the restaurant, and now he loves having his restaurant again. One, he appreciated what he had before, and now he appreciates it even more. But my point being with that is his energy was leading him to open his own restaurant, sell his own restaurant, which was wonderful, go follow his dream of becoming retired and fish. He did that, and before you know it, all those things were leading him, his energy. But then after a while, that may have not been the right course, or he learned to evolve and switch it up and change and evolve and say, you know what, this had its time and place, but now I have to make changes because now my energy is leading me back another way. So I'm just going to wrap it up there, but please follow your energy. I'm telling you, it's going to be the best thing you ever did for yourself. Make these huge changes, but a lot of times there's so many little things that we want to do or get accomplished and we don't do them. It could be as simple as saying, hey, I want to read more. Go read more. I want to create a YouTube channel. I want to create a podcast. I want to do these things. Keep moving forward. That doesn't mean all of a sudden you have to become some huge superstar on YouTube or, a podcaster. It just means go try and discover it. Go learn about it. Watch YouTube videos. What you think, again, you may want to do or get accomplished may not be actually it. It may be something else, but you going after one thing, I think a lot of times leads you to another. So that's what I think. So anyways, if you get a chance, you can check out my podcast, The Rich Celenza Show. WTF are you talking about? I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And if you get a chance, subscribe. And please, man, follow your energy. All right, take care.